I started off here 5 years ago in 2013, and at that stage there was just the one Irish course running every spring, which is what I taught. And having taught it then, really I realised that there was an awful lot of interest in the course. Students were coming, asking would there be any possibilities of having more Irish courses, and I decided to give it a try really and just see what we could do. So from there I built up the programme from the 1 course to 4 levels, which run every year. So there are 2 running in the fall semester and 2 running in the spring semester for the last several years, and we've kind of had a growing population of students taking Irish ever since then.
I mean, I'm Irish in heritage, like a while back, like a lot of Americans are, but I really wanted to connect with the different poets and writers, and I thought what better way than to learn a language that goes back thousands of years.
I took Irish here because I have Irish heritage, but I didn't know much about it. And so I thought it would be really interesting to learn about where I'm from and everything like that.
I had picked up Irish on Duolingo. So like when I was doing it over the summer, I'm like, this would be cool to learn it during like an actual class, and so that's what I did.
The majority of them, they have some Irish heritage, which attracts them initially. They kind of realise that it's something very different. It's a talking point for them with friends to say they're learning Irish. Lots of people haven't heard of it, and they think it's quite cool, which I suppose is relevant in a university setting.
Well, we kind of switch between discussions and, of course, the typical lecture. It's not like it's just like a complete lecture period. It's oftentimes we get involved in discussions amongst each other and between the teacher, and it's really nice.
Both teachers are always encouraging us to talk with each other, all in Gaelic, all in Irish, and it's a constant conversation between the teacher and the student, and then between students as well.
Tá gá rang agam, tá 101s sin ab initio learners, daoine tá úr nua an Gaeilge. Scaith tú bheith déanana rudaí a bhfad níos simplé. Cuireann sé éigealart smaoinú faoin Gaeilge freisin. Chun rang hen náid is fí seo an dara bliain achfuil sin Gaeilge agus tá siad san go maith. Mar Fulbright, bhí me déanana filiacht leo. So, hain an filiacht leo, scríb mhéin beganín agus bhí leabhart am go téin is tíche agam agus hiig siad ach bhí go leor le fóla meas ach thosaigh siad san is scríb filiacht a níos sin rudí bega simplé ach deirigh hintach leo.
Díhuit.
Díhuit?
Díos Mera go chuna tá tú.
Tá mé go má. Bhí go is tá tú féin?
Tá mé go circular.
Cá is tá tú?
Tá mé go má. Agus tusa.
Tá mé tírsreacht?
Tá fónar.
Is má hockey agus kisfel agus soccer agus pel.
Cad as tú?
Is as nu áireach mé. Agus tusa cad as tú?
Is as nu a Jersey mé.
Is as nu áireach mé.
I took Irish in large part because I am Irish, and I was raised relatively Irish as you can be when you're Irish American. But I grew up in Philadelphia, so my it's also Philadelphia, May.
My family comes from Scotland and Italy, and being one of the only kids in this intimate class without any Irish culture, lineage, or background in my life, it really has been a life-changing experience.
When I got accepted, I had no idea that they had an Irish program, and it wasn't until I actually met with my advisor and I was kind of trying to figure out what I needed to do, because I'd taken Latin all through high school and I had some Spanish from earlier years, and I didn't really want to do either of those again. And so she brought to my awareness the Irish program.
One of the other things that we have is the Irish Summer Institute, which happens every year in May for 5 weeks. So I take students along with a colleague of mine to Ireland, and they spend time in Cork first, just doing an introduction really to Irish history and culture. And then I take them to Kerry, to Corcagwina, to the Gaeltacht there, and they do a language course with Irish Corcagina, which is brilliant and generally is the highlight of their time in Ireland.
Since taking the class, I definitely have a greater respect for it, especially since Irish is not always the easiest to learn, but it's super fun when you actually get to understand it and speak it, and you can just start talking to people and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what you're saying, but that's so cool.
Ma tá siad ag an rang, tá siad an mar go bhfuil siad ag éirí Gaeilge ólam, agus an cultúr a chur leis, agus an stair a chur leis.